Mortal Kombat 1 has a huge problem and it's in a weird state. It's kind of in limbo, in my opinion. You have the game coming back alive every time it drops DLC, while simultaneously having its greatest content creators like Ninja Killer and others saying that they don't want to play the game, they're dropping the game, or they're not even having fun playing the game at all. Now, there are many reasons for this, but in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why this Mortal Kombat is not flourishing, and even people and even events like Evil are dropping it in some cases, is because of the cameos. Now, the cameos have a really big balancing problem. And that's not all the problems that come with the cameos, but one of the biggest problems is the balancing, and that makes people use the best cameos. Now, we all know that when it comes to pro gameplay, okay, everyone's going to be using the top tier characters because everyone wants to win, everyone wants to have the best advantage that they can, or they just don't want to be at a disadvantage while playing a lower tier character. So this leads to way less variety and representation when it comes to cameos, especially in the pro scene. When you go in rank mode, when you get to the higher tiers, you're just gonna see Chameleon or Farah or what's another cameo that's going crazy right now? Kung Lao? I don't know. I haven't really been playing rank like that because of the cameos. And I always am the type of guy to not just talk bad about something. I always like to give a way that they can fix it. Even though they might not listen, I always like to give a way that this can be fixed. And I believe the way that you can fix the balancing is I think you should take away some of the moves, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I think some of the moves should be taken away. I think cameos should be reworked into being simply for combo routes. I believe that, okay, all the crazy setups and all the crazy mix ups are one thing. I believe that characters as a whole should be balanced and cameos should only be solely for combos. Kind of like how you have Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, I don't know, like, I think they should take a page from that book. Like, there's nothing really super broken about the assist in that game. But it's just like when you come to Mortal Kombat 1, it's like they don't even know anything about fighting games or balancing the way that these cameos work. Like, why would you use Tremor when you can get all the crazy mix-ups and all the special moves from Chameleon? Like, why would you use Tremor when you can get half a cameo bar with a crazy mix-up and you get also a free buff of damage with Farah? You know what I mean? It's like the balancing is not good at all with these cameos. So I think to just keep it, simple, I think they should just make the combo routes be the sole purpose of the cameos. Like, this cameo works well with this guy for these combos, or this cameo gives you a wall carry with this character, or maybe more damage, or you know cooler looking combos, my bad, or small little things like, okay, you get the setup with the whole the sorcery circle at the bottom with Serena taking away your meter, or the net taking away your meter, or stuff like that. Stuff like that. I think all of these crazy things like the Sub-Zero invincibility and the crazy 15 different moves from Chameleon, it just takes away from the gameplay. I think they should buff characters as a whole so we can see more characters. Like MKX had the variations, and that's what made the game so fun to watch, is because you had so many characters playing at once. You seen, like, I pretty much seen every single character at pro level in top 8 in Mortal Kombat X. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen every single character in the top 8 in Mortal Kombat X. In Mortal Kombat 1, we've seen multiple high level tournaments where you have 60%, 70% in the top 8 being the same character or even the same cameo. Oh my god, someone wants to call in the middle of a video. Well, not so much the same character, but you do see pretty much the same cameos represented in the top 8 in most tournaments. Like, you're not really going to see like a trimmer in the top 8. That's like very rare. You know what I mean? NetherRealm games already have this weird kind of like, they're kind of like the unicorns out of the FGC community. Like, they are a traditional fighting game, just like the rest, like Street Fighter and Tekken, but they have their own weird spin on it. So it's kind of like we're already in like this kind of weird state where other games kind of don't really respect us sometimes. So then when you add cameos and you make our gameplay feel like we're playing an anime arena fighter like Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, or like Sparking Zero or something like that. It's like it doesn't really help build the fan base, and people who already are on that side, like pro players and people who like to sweat and play traditional fighting games or just enjoy Mortal Kombat in general. It doesn't really help. Camos are also not beginner friendly. Like they're not really made for the casuals. Like that's something that's kind of too complicated for them. They just like to go in, throw hands. A lot of the casuals really don't know combos or setups or anything like that. Most casuals, I'll say 99% of casuals do not know frames, or they don't even know if frames exist. They don't know nothing about frame data. They just kind of like spam, spam, punch, punch. They don't really know that much. So like when you add something like cameos in the game, it's really frustrating for them. So I can see why the casuals are not really feeling the cameos as well. They really are the most ones when it comes to like understanding why they don't like cameos. Like the casuals, I understand why they won't like cameos. It's not I don't think it's made for them at all. I'm not gonna lie. I think the cameos was brought in to kind of spruce up the gameplay, make it look cool for the pros. They were trying to kind of get that unique MKX feel, but they failed at doing it. Another reason why the cameos don't make sense is because Ed Boon literally said that Mortal Kombat 9 had tag battle, but it was the least played game mode. Like nobody played the tag battle. That's why they didn't put it in Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat X. Because in MK9 they actually had a tag team mode where you had two characters and you had assist, and nobody played it. Yeah, nobody played it. So I don't understand why everyone's asking for the same thing in MK1. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. MK1 when nobody played it in MK9, and everyone says MK9 was one of the greatest Mortal Kombats from NetherRealm. So yeah, it doesn't really make sense why they would add cameos. They should just went back to the three variations. That was the greatest thing they ever did. The three variations, the run mechanic, everything about that game was cool. Like it's like to me, it's like if you didn't want to put certain mechanics in the game because casuals wouldn't like it or they wouldn't appeal to casuals, just make a separate game mode where you take that out so the casuals can have that. It's just like Fortnite. Like everyone wanted to steal from Fortnite with the battle pass to make money, but nobody pays attention to how they cater to certain demographics of players. Like casuals have no build mode, right? And that is still in the game. No build mode is still in the game for people who don't like to build and people who just like to shoot, right? And then you have build mode for the sweats. And then you have ranked mode for the sweats. So it's kind of like I don't think it's that hard to just say, hey, here's a game mode for people who like the MKX style of play where you can run and you can do all this stuff. And here is a game mode for people who are not really good at the game, but they like to have fun also. Let's give you a traditional style, a more slower paced MK11 style, no running, no cameos. Like, it just doesn't make sense why we're a year into the game, over a year, and we don't have a game mode where cameos are put away. I don't think cameos. I think cameos. Obviously, I believe cameos should be put on hold for a whole season. I believe they should take cameos out for a whole season, right? And I believe that they should focus on reworking the cameos throughout that season, while also buffing and nerfing the characters, right? Let's say the next season they focus on buffing the characters. Everyone plays the characters without cameos. We see the weaknesses of these characters, or even give us like a limited time mode where they're not cameos are not playable, like a limited time mode, maybe about 3 weeks, a month. Let us play it. Let us learn the weaknesses of the characters against each characters, the matchups, how bad they are, how bad these characters actually are. Let's give our input. Let the devs watch what's going on, right? And let's buff and nerf these characters appropriately. Then let's bring the cameos back and let's have them be reworked and only add combos. Like I don't think like all these extra mechanics like plus making you plus on block after you did something stupid or making you safe after you did something stupid or just completely ignoring neutral. Like you got Motaro teleporting Sector everywhere and she's just spamming rockets while also deflecting projectiles when you try to counter zone, and then she has a move where it's low and gives you plus on block, and it's just come on. I think like it should only be adding certain combo extensions, like maybe the flamethrower with Motaro type of thing. That should be the only thing. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this. I personally believe that cameos should be put on hold right now. I believe they should take the next season, put them away. Okay, I think they should focus on reworking them, taking away some of the moves, making them solely for combos, maybe give some type of, extra ability. Maybe like you have something like, mm, what's a move in the cameos that's like the draining the meter thing, where you knock on the ground and you drain the meter. The Serena move, right? The Serena drain the meter, pretty cool. You know what I mean? Or like the net, right? The net, like it should only give you combo extensions, or like help you, do a combo that leads them to the wall. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like it should not be giving you, you know, freaking like the like not sector Cyrax in the beginning, broken. Sector, not sector, striker with the bombs, broken. Farah, safe mix-ups, broken. Plus damage boost, broken. Chameleon, 15 different viable moves, broken. Like, and then you got another character in Trimmer who has the same thing, 15 different moves, but it's like trash. Nobody uses it. It's trash. Like, it's too much resources, and it's just like the balancing is too way off. Like, they should just rework them completely, make them only for combos, and they should focus on buffing and nerfing the regular characters. Well, I don't want to say nerfing. Let's buff. I don't believe in nerfs. I believe you should just buff everybody, because that's why MKX, once again, was so fun, and MK9 was so fun, because everything was broken. Everything had something. You could win with any character in MKX and MK9, in my opinion. More so MKX, because you had so much, variety. But I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about cameos. How would you change them? Would you take them away? Do you think that cameos are good? Do you think cameos are bad? Why? Mm. What do you think they could do to the regular character roster to make those characters better, to where we don't need cameos? Let's have a conversation down below. It's Waffles, and I'm out. Peace.